down and worked out about how much it was costing us in client reporting every year. It was about $6,000. Now, over the decade that we've been operating, that's $60,000 in client reporting. So if you're tired of your rising cost of subscriptions, listen up. I'm going to show you exactly how we created our own client reporting using Claude, connecting all the systems and creating a dashboard that is so impressive to clients that you'll be switching by the end of the video. All right, let's dive in. So this is how to build a customer reporting engine using Claude and doing away with all of the other paid subscriptions that you have for client reporting. This is done for agencies. Now, a lot of the reporting in here I've based on e-commerce because that's what our agency does, but you can tailor this for any type of agency, brand, coaches, lead generation, whatever works for you. But I'm going to give you the prompts. I'll walk you through step by step how to make this work and then how to publish it. So let's get started. What you're going to learn is which data to collect, so how to get all the data in there, how to brief Claude, and I'll give you the scripts below this video, how to build the dashboard, write the narrative, how to then publish it, and then deliver and impress as well. So now, without good reporting, clients question the value of your work, right? So reporting is so crucial, making sure that you've got a really great dashboard or you're sending them reports every week. Without it, you lose retainers when results dip and even temporarily dips. If you're not really reporting exactly what's going on in the business and being super transparent, explaining what's happening, clients get really edgy. You spend hours answering how did we do emails, right? How's things going? You can't justify price increases. So if you're not reporting consistently, it's really hard to send an email saying, hey, the economy is going up, therefore we're going to increase our prices. That is not how you increase your pricing in your agency. The best way is to always show the client exactly how much value you're bringing. If you are consistently showing them the value that you bring, price increases will not matter to them. So you need to consistently show them all of the money that you're making. Also, clients feel disconnected from their own data. So if they're not feeling connected, anyone's going to come in and go, hey, we can turn this around and give you 10 times ROAS or 5, whatever it is. If they don't know what's happening, they're going to believe anyone else out there, right? They need to be empowered to know exactly what's happening in their business. With a really strong report, clients see you as a strategic partner, not a vendor. You retain clients through the bad months because the context is really clear. So if you're reporting, yeah, sure, the ROAS has dipped, but you've got a reason for that. You know exactly what's going on and why it's going on and what you're planning to do to fix it. It's much clearer to clients and they will stick around during that bad time. Reporting becomes a selling tool as well, not just admin. So you're constantly showing them how much money you're making. It really becomes a tool for, hey, I think we should add this on and this on. Price increases then become really easy to justify with proof. So step one, the data you need. So this is an e-com example. Obviously, it will need to be tailored for whatever you are running. So if you're running SEO, obviously it's important to be adding things like Ahrefs or SEMrush. Ahrefs connects directly into Claude, so it's a great tool to use for SEO. But if you're not running SEO, obviously you need to do different things. If it's purely meta ads, then this is going to work for you. If you're running Google ads, this will work for you too. But if you're doing social media, you'll need to plug in different information. So this is based on what you need to do for an e-com where we're running meta ads and Google ads, right? But tailor this specifically for your different business. So, Shopify is a great one to add. You grab analytics and reports, sales over time. Then you've got meta ads where you're going to put the ads manager campaigns view. Also, if you want to show the creative, you can grab the ads view. They've got Google ads. You've got Google Analytics 4, so GA4. It really comes down to what matters to your clients in terms of what you're actually going to be plugging in here. Now, how to brief Claude. So I'm going to drop this in below this video, but really the prompt is going to come down to what your design looks like. So you need to sort of track back on this. Look at the reports you've previously done. If you've never done a report for them before, think about the things that really you want your clients to see. Now that's going to be your results, right? So you want them to see how well you're performing from a traffic perspective, from a ROAS perspective, from social engagement perspective, whatever it is, you need to map that out, work that out, and then tailor this prompt to suit your business. Be very specific about the client, the industry, name every file that you upload into the system and tell it what to build. So really tell it, what do you want it to look like, right? It's really important that you make it look tailored to your client. So you want to get the right fonts, the right colors, the right, title, whatever you want it to look like, you need to tell it. Make sure you also ask it to have animation if you want it to have animation in there as well. So take this script or the prompt below and really tailor it for your clients. For each client, you can be different for every single client you have. And I'll show you how to then host it on a various different platforms per client. So what Claude builds for you. So this is just an example again of what Claude can build for you. So it can do your executive summary for you. So instead of you having to go in to a reports platform and put all your information in, connect all the dots, that is so time consuming. You can tell Claude to do all this for you. So executive summaries, 12, 24-month charts of revenue, forecasting. It can look at your meta ads. It can look at ROAS and impressions. It can analyze your actual ads and pull in the creative. It can analyze your Google ads and performance, your website promotions. Some of ours have got television campaigns, so we've got TVC, and it can do your forecast and planning. So it is really robust. It can look amazing, but you have to decide exactly how you want to tailor it to really impress your clients. So writing the narrative with Claude. So the dashboard shows the numbers, but the narrative explains what they mean. So it's important to add this component as well. And again, I'll drop these prompts below. So you've got your executive summary where you'll ask it to write a 3-paragraph executive summary for XYZ client, covering headline growth story, what drove it, what we're doing next. You might need to also tell it specific things, in a particular month, right? You might need to drop in, there's a campaign coming up that it's very specific that you've talked to the client about. You can't just let Claude obviously come up with that for you. You're going to need to go in there and explain to it what's happening, right? You might need to tailor it each month, but it's only a few seconds. Once you've already got the prompts, once you've already got it set up as an artifact in Claude, then you can just go in, or a project, you can go in and just, alter it and change it each month or each week. But you can ask it to do things like channel analysis and forward strategies. Now, if you've got a plan going for the next 12 months, you can set that up at the start of the year, and Claude will know when to drop in different, summaries or different bits of information in the forecast. So in terms of once the dashboard is built, keeping it updated takes, under 30 minutes per week. So really what you're doing is coming in, pulling the reports, uploading them to Claude, review and edit, ask it, to add in a bit more information if there's anything specific, download the HTML file or just copy the HTML file and then upload it. Now you can use, Netlify drop, takes 30 seconds, but I'm going to show you some other formats as well. And then client call prep, right? It's super simple to execute this. Now, there's a few ways you can publish it. So you can actually just drop it into Netlify. It takes 30 seconds. It's up, it's ready to go. Send it to the client. Bam, it's done, right? If you connect it to something like Railway, you can actually set it up so that you can connect into a GitHub repo and you can get Claude to update it, right? Or you can do fully branded with WordPress or GHL with a subdomain. You can put your domain in. We have, reports dot our agency name / client name. This looks great. You're going to have to obviously jump in a new HTML each time, or you can just use an artifact as well. So, all right, so now I'm going to show you exactly how to create it in Claude, what steps to take one by one. Let's go. Okay, so you're going to come into Claude and you're going to go to the left-hand side and create a project, right? It's going to be much easier if you create this as a project and then an artifact. I'm going to show you how to do that. So just click on new project, call it whatever you want, client name, reports. And then you're going to obviously put in what the description is. So weekly report for XYZ. Now, if you've got a team, then obviously you want to click in your team so the rest of your team members can see it, or it could just be private for you. So in here, you'll upload all of the files you have. It could be custom fonts, it could be the brand guidelines, whatever it is that you use. Now, in the project instructions, you're just going to put in some of the basics. It's not necessary, but it can be helpful just to put in things like what you want, what fonts you want to use, what it should do from a heading perspective or color or animation, whatever is going to instruct it on a kind of broader level. Now, once you've set all the basics, you're going to come in here and actually start the chat. That's where you're going to plug in that prompt that I've given you below the video and start forming your reports. So just drop the prompt in here and mold it to what is specific to your client and start the building from within the chat inside the project. Now, what you want to do is ask it to build this into an interactive HTML report with tabs for Meta, Google, whatever it is that you're doing. You don't have to do this. You could have it spit out a PDF, but be very specific about what you want it to do. Now, it's going to create it as an artifact that you can come back to over time. Now, if you want to connect this automatically, so you have it generating a report each week, you can auto connect Ahrefs, Facebook Ads Manager, Google Analytics, Google Ads, and a suite of other platforms straight into Claude. Right? Each one of these has a different type of connection. Ahrefs has an existing connector. SEMrush does not. Ahrefs does. SEMrush you can connect via Windsor. Facebook you can connect via Windsor. Actually, Facebook has a custom MCP. Google Analytics you can use Windsor as like a conduit between them. So connecting Ahrefs, it's really simple to connect your different platforms into Claude. You go into connectors, which is, or customize, sorry, on the left-hand side where this arrow is, and then connectors, and then you'll see all the things that you can connect. So Ahrefs is one of those. It's pretty simple. You just connect it that way. Connecting Meta is slightly different. You still go to that same section, you go to connectors, but then you add custom connector and you just need that the MCP URL. It's as simple as that. You don't need the advanced settings. Call it Meta Ads, and then it'll come up with the section where you can click on the different businesses that apply or the different business that applies to the reports that you're doing. Third way is using Windsor. So Windsor, as I said, acts as a conduit between. You can connect all sorts of different platforms via Windsor directly into Claude, and you just go in and add Windsor as a connector, right? So you connect in Windsor, and then you go to Claude and connect it Windsor into Claude. It's as simple as that. If you have any questions about how to get this working or how to grow your agency and get more profit, shoot me a message and we can chat.